Mm-hmm.
Open it up for questions whenever you guys are ready.
How much did you guys need a game like that? I mean, you've been in a lot of close games lately, but just a game to end in that fashion.
I think it's one of those games, we had to bounce back from St. John's. We know the mistakes we made. We were able to have close to 2 weeks of practice. We came determined into that game. So really, it's not so much one of those type of games. I think we worked hard for that game, and it shows that the work we put into practice, it comes out, and the results, the win, and plus, pretty big advantage.
Could you tell the week off really helped you guys out tonight?
Yeah, I think so. I think that we really worked hard this week, and we worked on our deficiencies and what we needed to improve on, and that helped a lot.
Was Coach Miller talking to you guys as much as he was to us about, stop taking the silly shots, feed Zeke the ball, don't foul as much, and did that happen a lot over the break too? I was wondering, and then if it did it set in maybe a little more?
Yeah, definitely. When you have someone like Zeke at the four man, not many people his size, height, or strength-wise. So, a big factor for us guards is getting him getting him the ball inside. It creates for our whole offense. If we get it inside, obviously he's gonna bully his player down. If they double, it brings it out for the perimeter play. So it was little things we had to tune like that just to help us continue to improve as a team into these bigger games, into Pac-12, because most coaches kind of know how we play now, the plays we run. So it's just about adjusting to it and doing what works for us.
Josh, last year you were in attendance as a recruit. What was
Yeah.
it like playing in the rivalry game?
It was great because I remember when I was leaving last year when we lost someone, ASU fan said something. So it's finally good to be out on the court and just do whatever I can to help the team win.
Remember what the fan said?
No, I just let it go by. Yeah. No.
Zeke, how would you say the process has gone with you dealing with the more and more defense, and it seems like you've sort of adjusted to it, and again today with what you did. I mean, do you feel like you really had to learn a lot in the last month or so?
Yeah, I would get doubled a lot in high school as well, and I think that helped a lot because I had to work on that a lot in high school. But we've really been doing a lot of different things in practice as well, preparing for those double teams. And I give credit to my teammates because they know where to find me the ball in good spots, and I'm able to hit it back out to them because they know where to go when I get the ball. So.
What's been the biggest thing about it for you, though? Just anything to keep in mind that you've been really working on to try and counteract that?
Yeah, just patience. Don't let them speed you up, and just keep your head up and then be able to dribble out of it, look for your teammates.
How was it like having Stone back?
It was good. Stone's a good presence for us. He's one of those versatile type of players who he can play the 3 spot and also the 4. So it was good having him. And it's good just having him back at practice as well. It really opens up the practice more for us to do. So overall, Stone's a great teammate, and we enjoy him playing on our team.
Is he an underrated passer?
Yeah, he's a great passer.
Best qualities?
Yeah, he makes a lot of great passes, even especially in practice. You see it in games, but sometimes you get a little glimmer of that. And so, yeah, he's a great passer.
Very unselfish.
How much did you guys push it tonight in transition compared to all year? Was it more than, it seemed to be every time you guys got it, it was go?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest reasons for that was, ASU is an up-tempo team as well. So we know going into the game that they wanted to push it, but at the same time, we love to push it as well. And it's not so much about us pushing it as well. I think the biggest factor as well is we wanted to push it, but we wanted to take a good shot at the same time. So, I think a lot of in tonight's game, we're able to push it. If it's not a right look, we bring it out, get a set going. We can go into motion offense. So I think our team did a good job of that.
After the starts you guys had in the last few games when you lost, how important was it tonight to get off?
Yeah, I think it's one of the biggest focuses of our team, making sure that everyone's locked in from the start. And it starts from the defensive end. If we're all locked in defensively, the offense takes care of itself.
Anything else?
Josh, how are things back home in Australia?
It's very unfortunate right now. I'm trying to do as much as I can from where I'm at right now. But it's sad. It's been going on for a while now. In Australia, there's still about 3 more months of summer, so who knows what it can do. It's spreading really fast. So, just spreading awareness, and it's sad. It hurts. A lot of my friends and family live in the New South Wales area, so it's tough. But hopefully everything recovers soon.
I mean, do you know anybody that's had damaged or, been in danger, not in danger, or just had any,
Yeah, so I mean, I'm from Sydney, so the fire is about 20 minutes from where I live. So I know a lot of my friends and my family, they have like their hoses ready and sandbags ready and just ready to evacuate whenever they need to. So hopefully it doesn't come to that point, but it's just unfortunate.
Is he kind of just an off-the-wall question, but just how you've had different hairstyles, right? And it seemed like you had it back really tied up for a couple games, and then you've gone back to kind of, I don't know how you describe it, like what's been working for you? Does it matter there? Because I always wondered, especially early when you had it out, if it was in your eyes at all.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I hadn't played with the headband before, and then it was starting to get a little long, so I put it in a ponytail. But I wasn't feeling that, so I got the headband, and the headband is it's working.
Because early in the season, you didn't have the headband or anything, right?
No.
Yeah. And was it getting in your eyes or bothering you at all, or?
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I felt like it was affecting my vision. I couldn't see as well, so I had to fix that.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, I'm very, very proud and happy for our team. We had a tough experience in San Francisco playing St. John's, and all of us just didn't handle that game and the holidays that were right around the corner as best we could. And that's not to take anything away from St. John's, but they flew all the way across the country without their leading scorer. And I think it was a real good lesson for our team that, we have to play the right way. We have to play well to win. Winning is incredibly hard, and people have a lot of pride when they play Arizona. But to our team's credit, we've taken this 12-day, 14 days in between, and we've worked hard to be better. We've practiced hard. Our team's had a great attitude. The three freshmen, all of those guys have won before they came here, and I thought they all really responded to the things that we're asking them to do better. And, on our team, you have to keep in mind there's 7 guys who played in tonight's game that they weren't even here a year ago. So some of the things that we've gone through in the last couple of months, it makes sense. And I probably have done a better job over the break of clarifying roles, something I wished I might have been able to do a little bit earlier. But the guys know what to do, what's expected, and I think they're trying to become a better team. But we played well tonight, and our crowd is awesome. It's hard not to play your heart out in McHale when you have this many people dressed in red and the pageantry that it feels like. So we'll take it, and we know it's one of 18 conference games, but I was worried just because we haven't played a game in a while, and we didn't play well in our last game, and it was just great to see our team respond.
You like the way you guys handled the 3 concerns you had going into the game?
I did fouling, and we had several fouls in the second half that, it hurts our team. And, sometimes fouling is just weakness. But the fouls that I'm really talking about is just, not reaching in at the end of the clock. And I think one time maybe Dylan had an Arizona State player pinned on the sideline and, just showing your hands and not reaching in. But it's those 3 or 4 plays that I think could really help our defense because, we fouled a lot during our non-conference season. And, we fouled probably too much tonight. But our rebounding was good. I thought our shot selection and, really trying to be a more balanced team around the basket was in place, and that helped us.
This was only the 3rd game this season and first since Long Beach that Zeke had more shots than anyone else on the team. That was, I assume, an emphasis to get it to him?
It's a big emphasis. The statistics don't lie, and he's played 13 games. We've played against some really good teams, and Zeke produces. The other thing about him is he doesn't shoot it every time he catches it. Some of the best opportunities that we had tonight started just with him catching the ball. Our team's just more aware of doing it. We're better at it. He's a very, very good player, and obviously 17 points and 11 rebounds really speaks for themselves. Nico had a couple of layups didn't go down, but he had 7 assists, and thought he played the right way and did a really good job for our team as well. I'd say the same thing about Josh Green. Josh, when ASU pressed us, he made 3 or 4 really big shots and great plays in the second half. Against St. John's, when he was in that similar situation, he didn't handle it quite as well. And again, that's what I mean about a young player learning. And those guys have been very receptive towards the things we've asked them to do.
How was it like having Stone back in the lineup?
It was awesome. Stone means a lot to our team because he's a different style of player. He's a big guy that's skilled. He's one of our hardest workers, and he's a smart player. He's also not young. He's in his 5th year. He's been through several experiences. It's not easy to have a facial fracture and a concussion like he did and come back from it. That says a lot about him as well. But I thought it really, during the game, felt different having him back because he does a lot of good things for our team.
Did you have a different defensive approach to Martin this year as opposed to last year?
No. I think we're aware that, that he really uses their pick and rolls to score. We tried to emphasize stopping the ball, but we probably tried to emphasize the same thing a year ago with very, very little success. But we did a better job against him tonight.
Sean, I think there was a time in the first half you guys, or Arizona State missed a free throw, and you guys got out in transition and scored off that really quickly. I know you have the team to push, but did you see something where you thought that you guys would be able to do that against Arizona State a little bit more?
No, I mean, we want to play at a fast tempo and we want to push the ball. It makes sense with Nico and with the team that we have. But one of the things that we've gone through is you could play at a fast pace and sometimes shoot yourself in the foot, taking challenge threes, not ignoring, somebody that's very efficient around the post, Zeke. And I think that it's up to us to just, if we're playing fast, to make good decisions. And it doesn't mean you have to shoot quick. It means that you have to take the good early opportunity. But when we didn't take that tonight, we ran better offense and we were more balanced. And we have a team of guys on offense that can do a lot of things. And that's why a quick shot's got to be a good one. I think we've made a lot of progress in that area over the last couple of weeks. Doing it on the road, that's our next challenge.
Was Nico, that was like a knee bruise, and is there any effect there, or what was it exactly?
I think he's fine.
What do you think of Christian? 8.6 rebounds in just 11 minutes.
Christian just keeps getting better. You just don't realize how long, tall, and he, I don't know if you kind of remember the plays, but he switched a couple of their pick and rolls, and man, it's not a lot of 7-footers that can switch onto a guard and not fall down, let alone be adept at challenging the shot and stopping and turning. But he's very well coordinated. He's a hard worker. I know I've said that since he's come here, but the best is yet to come. Regardless of what he does now, I think his future is incredibly bright. But he helped us tonight. Made some really big plays when he was in, and like Stone, Christian gives you a little bit of a different look in that he's a shot blocker, and our other guys aren't really shot blockers.
What's your impression of the Pac-12 first weekend? Crazy.
Our conference is better. We've won more non-conference games. I think we have a number of teams who've won 10 or more non-conference games. I think from top to bottom, it's deeper, it's stronger, and I think Oregon's really, really good. They've been really good, but that's just my initial impression. That's who we play next.
You had a quote at the end of halftime going in the locker room about dunking. You go to Arizona to dunk the ball. Can you just kind of elaborate on that, where that came from?
Yeah, I don't even really remember. Someone just brought that up to me. I don't really even remember saying what I said. But, at halftime, Arizona State, they had 5 great blocks. And I don't mean like a jump shot or a hook. I mean dunks, and the problem was we weren't really dunking it. We were finger rolling and, shooting below the rim. My point is, that's the ball you dunk if you come here. So you think about the score at halftime was 36-17. To their credit, they made 5 great plays right at the rim. I mean, that's 10 points right there. No one was around but that player that blocked the shot. So Zeke in the second half, that play that he dunked the ball, if he didn't dunk that ball, they may have blocked that one, but I guess that's what I was talking about.
So with Christian, is that you finding that he's excelling in certain matchups, or do you think you can really make a move in your rotation? Like last 2 games now, you've gone to him.
Yeah, our strategy with Christian is to play him every game. And, some games I think he'll have a bigger window than others, but we want to make him a part of every game so he gets comfortable. But you're right. In the St. John's game and in this game, he really helped us.
Did you initially like the idea of a 2-week break at Christmas?
Well, when our non-conference schedule is always done about a year or so in advance, the dates included. But the Pac-12 schedule and who you play, the order, it doesn't come out until, the school year begins, and oftentimes late in the fall. So if you play your rival and then that game's played on Saturday, if you think about it, that's almost like 4 days that we didn't know about. So you kind of inherited that. But we have elected to not play a non-conference game after Christmas. I like the guys to be able to go home for Christmas and really put the non-conference season behind them, and then knowing that when they return, it's about the Pac-12. You're right, it was a long break, but I do think we took advantage of it.
Anything else?
Thanks.